Hello student, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Viswanath Tiwari from Central University of Rajasthan. Today I am going to talk a module that is cell signaling and thermodynamics. This module has been taken from paper Thermodynamics of Living System and Bioenergetics. The objective of this module is to understand the cell signaling and role of thermodynamics in cell signaling. As you know that survival of living organism is initially linked to their ability to react quite efficiently to even externally weak signals, and cell signaling inside and across the cell is key to most biological function and is ultimately related to both life and death of the organism. So this module is divided into following sections. First, we will have a brief introduction about cell signaling. Then we will have the discussion of types of cell signaling. Then we will discuss different signaling pathways in the multicellular organism. Then we will discuss role of high energy compound in cell signaling. Then we will discuss the thermodynamics of cell signaling. First, the introduction of cell signaling. As you know that the signaling is a cell-cell communication or communication of environment to the cell via signal. The signal transduction, converting extracellular signal into intracellular responses. The process must involve three stages. The first stage is reception of the signal. A chemical signal or molecules bind to cellular protein typically present on the cell surface, that is cell reception. The second one is a transduction. So transduction of the signal. So binding of a molecule to the receptor leads to the change in the receptor that trigger a series of changes along the signal transduction pathways. And the last most important thing is the response of the cell. In response, the transmitted signal triggers a specific cellular activity. So you can say that we have three sets: receive of the signal, reception, transduction, and the effector. The communication between the cell is also important in many unicellular organisms as well as for multicellular organisms. The biologists have discovered some universal mechanism of cellular regulation by involving cell signaling mechanism. Cell may receive a variety of the signal which may be chemical, such as water soluble or gaseous, electromagnetic signals or mechanical signals. But response of organism to different signal may be different, but they must involve some cell signaling mechanism to respond to that signal. The signaling molecule evolved first in ancient prokaryote and were then adopted for new user by single cell eukaryotes and then later multicellular eukaryotes. The lipid bilayer provide a barrier to large molecules and polar and charged molecules. Despite the observed ability of water to diffuse across the bilayer, there are some channels through which the water also passes. Because the bilayer is an excellent barrier to signal molecule, mainly for polar and charged barriers, cell have acquired mechanism that allows for information coming from outside or from extracellular environment to transmit to the cell interior. Usually these signal will alter cell behavior or also alter gene expression. Many bacteria respond to chemical signal secreted by their neighboring cells and increase the concentration of increasing population density. This process is known as quorum sensing, which allows bacteria to coordinate their behavior, including their motility, antibiotic production, spore formation, sexual conjugation, promote survival and save from the danger. Cell signaling can be classified to be mechanical or biochemical based on the basis of type of signal. Mechanical signal are the force exerted on the cell or force produced by the cell. These forces can both be sensed and responded by the cell. Biochemical signals are the biochemical molecules such as protein or lipids, ion or gases. Cell communication with each other via direct contact when it is a short distance, or by secreting some molecules if it is a long distance. Some cell can form gap junction that connect their cytoplasm to the cytoplasm of adjacent cell. In cardiac muscle, gap junction between adjacent cell allows for action potential progression from cardiac pacemaker region of the heart to a spread and coordinately causes contraction of the heart. These signals can be characterized based on the distance between signal and receptor cell. What are the different types of cell signaling? The signaling within, between and among cells are subdivided into the following. First is intracrine, second is autocrine signaling, then juxtacrine signaling, then paracrine signaling, then endocrine signaling. Intracrine signaling are the signaling where signals are produced by target cell that stay within the target cell. So the intracrine signaling is a signaling within the cell. Autocrine. In autocrine signaling, cell responded to the molecule they produce themselves. For example, autocrine induces many growth factor, prostaglandin, lipophilic hormones that bind to the membrane receptor. They sometimes also used in the paracrine signaling. They generally moderate the effect of other hormones. Sometimes autocrine cell can target cell close by or nearby cells if they are of the same type as the emitting cell. For example, immune cells. The other class of signaling is juxtacrine class, where the signal target adjacent or touching cells. These signals are transmitted along cell membrane via protein or lipid components integral to the membrane and are capable to affect either the emitting cell or cell immediately adjacent or neighboring. The notch signaling mechanism is an example of juxtacrine signaling. Therefore, it is also known as contact dependent signaling, in which two adjacent cells must make contact in order to communicate. This requirement for direct contact allows for every precise control of cell differentiation during embryonic development. One cell will happen to produce more of a cell surface protein that activate the notch receptor on adjacent cell. This activate a feedback loop or system that reduce notch expression in the cell that will differentiate and that increases notch on the surface of the cell that continues as a stem cell. Paracrine. In the paracrine, signaling molecule affect only target cell in proximity of the signaling cell. An example is the conduction of electric signal from one nerve cells to another or to the muscle cell. In this case, the signaling molecule is a neurotransmitter. Its signal target cell is the vicinity of emitting cells. Neurotransmitter is one such example. The other class of cell signaling is endocrine signaling. This is mainly used for hormones. In this, hormones can produce by endocrine gland and sent through blood to the different cells. Hormones may be small lipophilic molecule that diffuse through cell membrane and to reach the cytoplasmic or nuclear receptor. Examples include testosterone and thyroid hormones. They generally regulate transcription. The hormones may be water soluble molecules, then they bind to the receptor of the plasma membrane, such as insulin and glucagon, histamine and epinephrine. Endocrine cell produces hormones that travel through blood to reach all part of the body. After discussion of cell signaling in unicellular organism, let's have discuss the cell signaling in multicellular organism. In multicellular organism, signaling between the cell occurs either through release of the extracellular signal, or you can say release of the signal in extracellular spaces, divided in the presence of paracrine signaling if it is a short distance, or endocrine signaling if it is a long distance, or it may be direct contact just as juxtacrine signaling. So you can say that we have either extracellular signaling, which is further divided into paracrine and endocrine, or we have direct contact signaling, which is the juxtacrine signaling. So autocrine signaling is a special case of paracrine signaling where the secreting cell has ability to respond to the secreted signaling molecules. Synaptic signaling found in the neurons is a special case of paracrine signaling or juxtacrine between the neurons and target cell. The signaling molecule interact with the target cell as a ligand to cell surface receptor by entering into the cell through the receptor or by transferring only the signal. This generally results into the activation of secondary messenger, which leads to the various physiochemical effects. So in multicellular organism, once the signal received from outside, various signaling pathways comes into the picture, or they have roles. The major signaling pathways includes cyclic AMP dependent pathway, that is the first major pathway. The second major pathway is MAP kinase pathway. The third major pathway is IP3 DAG pathway. A number of other signaling pathways are also important and they are playing a role in cell signaling. The pathway includes PI3K AKT pathway, PI3K AKT mTOR pathway, calcium calcineurin AF80 pathway, JAK-STAT pathway, WNT signaling pathway, Hirschsprung signaling pathway. So these major and minor pathways are important for the cell signaling of the multicellular organism. Their major and minor division is not the division of their existence, but their involvement in different pathways. In this figure, you can see how different signaling pathways are related to each other. You can see how cytokine activates cytokine receptor, which further activate JAK-STAT pathway and finally leads to the apoptosis and gene regulation. How death receptor activate FASR, which finally induce the gene regulation and apoptosis. We also see how different hormones are going to act by GPCR by activating G protein, adenyl cyclase and finally cyclic AMP pathway via cyclic AMP pathway. We also see how growth factor, how different extracellular matrices are going to involve in the activation of the different cell signaling pathways. All the pathways are mainly involved in production of n number of signaling cascade, but they are finally produce a particular gene regulation which alter the biological function inside the cell. The detailed mechanism of different signaling pathway will be discussed in different chapters. But here we just wanted to highlight what are the different molecules they are involved in the cell signaling pathways. Out of all the signaling pathway, I will highlight few pathways which are major signaling pathways. First is MAP ERK pathway. This pathway is involved in intracellular response of growth factor. So the growth factor will bind to the cell surface receptor. This pathway involves many proteins, and activation of the pathway will promote cell division and many forms of cancers. The second pathway is cyclic AMP dependent pathway. The cyclic AMP works by protein kinase, and further effect of the cyclic AMP is dependent mainly on cyclic AMP dependent protein kinases. And third pathway is IP3 DAG pathway. So PLC catalyzes the phospholipid phosphatidyl-inositol 4,5 phosphate, that is PIP2, to convert it into DAG and IP3. DAG and IP3, they have further subsequent signaling which will lead to the gene regulation. DAG remain bound to the membrane, and IP3 is released as a soluble structure into the cytosol. IP3 then diffuse through the cytosol and bind to the IP3 receptor, particularly the calcium channel in the endoplasmic reticulum, and these channels are specific to the calcium and allows the passage of only calcium to move through. This causes cytosolic concentration of calcium to increase and causing a cascade of intracellular changes and activity. In addition, the calcium and DAG together works to activate protein kinase C, which goes on the phosphorylate other molecule, leading to the altered cellular activity. The end effect of this pathway include various functions such as taste, depression, and tumor progression, etc. As we discussed in the cyclic AMP dependent pathway, the involvement of G protein. G protein is a well-known protein and is the most important protein involved in the signaling. So G protein is a heteromeric protein, consists of alpha, beta, gamma subunit, where alpha subunit bind either to GTP or GDP, and this subunit shows GTPase activity. GTPase activity is less, but it is regulated by other regulators. The heteromeric G protein complexes, the G alpha subunit of this G protein, it is either G alpha stimulatory, it is either GI alpha inhibitory, it is either Z0 alpha, it is either GQ11 alpha, or it may be G12-13 alpha. Its monomeric small GTPase, that is also known as RAS superfamily proteins, they consist of RAS, RAD, RAB, RAP, Rho, and other. Small GTPase are similar to the alpha subunit of trimeric G protein complex. They are small GTPase bind either to GTP or GDP, and GTPase activity is more and is also regulated by other factor. Small GTPase are also known as RAS superfamily protein. A particular molecule is generally used in diverse mode of regulation. So in the multicellular organism, at least 3 important class of signaling molecule are widely recognized, although non-exhaustive and with imprecise boundaries. As such, membership is non-exclusive and depend on the content. Hormones are major signaling molecule of endocrine system, often regulate each other secretion via local signaling such as isolate of Langerhans Most of also expressed in the tissue of local purposes such as angiotensins or following that structurally related molecules such as PTH-RP. Neurotransmitter are signaling molecules of nervous system. They also include neuropeptide and neuromodulator. Neurotransmitters such as catecholamines are also secreted by endocrine system in system circulation. Cytokines are signaling molecule of immune system with primary paracrine and justacrine role. Cell growth factor can also be considered as cytokines are a different class. Signaling molecule can belong to several chemical classes such as lipid, phospholipid, amino acid, etc. Signaling molecule binding surface receptor are generally large and hydrophilic, such as for vasopressin and acetylcholine. Those signaling molecules which enter into the cell are generally small and hydrophobic, such as glucocorticoid and thyroid hormones. In intracrine signaling, signaling molecule can bind to intracellular receptors. An intracrine action of peptide hormones is also important in multicellular organism. Some gases are also play signaling role such as hydrogen sulfide. Hydrogen sulfide is produced in a small amount by few cells of human body and have biological function. Similarly, nitric oxide and carbon monoxide are also have some signaling role. The cell communication by means of extracellular signaling molecule that are produced and released by the signaling cell. These molecules recognize and bind to the receptor on the surface of target cell where they cause a cellular response by means of signal transduction pathway. Depend on the distance the signaling molecule has to travel. We have different types of signaling. Once the signaling molecule binds to the receptor, it causes conformation change that result in the cellular response. Same ligand can bind to the different receptor and causing the different response. On the other hand, a different ligand bind to the different receptor can produce the similar response. After discussion of different type of cell signaling and different pathway of the cell signaling, let's have discuss what is the role of high energy compounds in the signaling. High energy compounds such as ATP, GTP are involved in signaling pathways and they act as a signaling molecules. ATP, ADP or adenosine are recognized by purinogenic receptor. Purino receptor might be the most abundant receptor in mammalian tissue. Activity dependent release of ATP from synapse, axon and glia activate purigenic membrane receptor known as P2. The P2Y receptor are metabolotropic, that is G protein coupled, and modulate many intracellular calcium and sometimes cyclic AMP level. What is the thermodynamics of cell signaling? As you know, various molecules are involved in the signaling. So signaling transduction inside the cell or across the cell is a key to most biological functions and is ultimately related to both life and death of the organism. The thermodynamic studies of biomolecular switches could be quantitatively described by simple three-state population shift model in which equilibrium between a non-bonding, non-signaling state and binding component and binding competent signaling state is shift towards the later upon target binding. The process giving rise to the progression of biosignal are complex and extremely cooperated and occur in a far from thermodynamic equilibrium region. They are also driven by activation kinetics, strongly depend on local energetics. For these reasons, a non-equilibrium thermodynamic dynamical description, taking into account not just the activation of second messenger but also transport process dissipating is desirable. The cell can be considered as a small thermodynamic system, and the role of fluctuation can be considered as a intrinsic to the dynamics in spite guided by mesoscopic non-equilibrium thermodynamics. The minimum model for cellular signaling that includes the contribution from activation, transport, and intrinsic fluctuation. The performance of biomolecular switches can be sensibly tuned via mutation that alter their switch thermodynamics. The thermodynamics condition in the intracellular medium hence alter sensitivity, control, effective information transfer in the signaling network. Typical setting in signal transduction correspond with complex and non-equilibrium stages. In fact, even simple signaling molecules such as phosphorylation and phosphorylation and dephosphorylation switches exhibit bistability due to feedback, and the related non-equilibrium steady state even present in the phase transition. Such complex behavior leads some researchers to propose that non-linear deterministic biochemical behavior is dynamically trapped between stochastic dynamics both at molecular signaling level and at cellular evolution level. This proposition arises from an analysis of so-called chemical master equation, which is founded in the tenets of non-linear non-equilibrium thermodynamics. The thermodynamic model of cell signaling aims to model and describe these phenomena at basic level. An application of thermodynamic modeling in the search of therapeutics action have been recently developed. Claim has been made that fast binding kinetics are advantage for most target with couple of exceptions. That targeting some protein kinase could enhance rather than attenuate the pathway, and that therapeutic dose could be sensitive to the kinetic parameter of drug binding. The thermokinetic rate has been shown to play an important role in dynamics of signaling and immune responses. Plasmon resonance based thermodynamics pointed out slow signaling modified second messenger variant that have similar affinities but distinctly faster dissociation rate than compared to original messenger, and that this may be beyond this lower activity. Signaling deregulation could be started not at biochemical but at thermodynamical level. In fact, thermodynamic studies are now part of drug designing tool of pharmaceutical chemistry. In fact, thermodynamics and kinetic analysis are source of deeper insight into specificity of molecular recognition process of and signaling. Such advance had led to the research efforts combating a statistical thermodynamic model in combination of experimental data. Let's summarize what we have discussed in this module. We have discussed that signaling is a cell-cell communication between cell to cell or cell to external environment. We have also discussed how extracellular signal from outside is converted into intracellular responses by the cell signal machinery present in the by cell signaling mechanism present in the cell. We have also discussed what is the role of high energy compound in the cell signaling. We have discussed about the signaling pathways such as MAP kinase, cyclic AMP and other pathways present in the cell. We have also discussed IP3, DAG pathway, Hertzog pathway, mTOR pathway, any other pathway, many other pathways. We have also briefly discussed what is the role of thermodynamics in cell signaling, the role that activation kinetics and other energy driven dynamic processes play in the cell signaling makes evident the need of thermodynamic description when you are talking about the cell signaling. So, in this way we have summarized what are the signaling mechanism of the cell, how the thermodynamics have role into the cell signaling. So, this module will explain you about basics of cell signaling, mechanism of cell signaling pathways, as well as thermodynamics of cell signaling.